Welcome to Wild Breakaway with Walz. I'm Audra Martin. There was a lot of reasons to feel good about the Wild's chances tonight in Edmonton. They had a big win last night in Vancouver. Devin Dubnyk motivated to get his 200th career win in the NHL. And quite frankly, Minnesota Wild have dominated this series against Edmonton, but not the case tonight. Unfortunately, they fall 4-1 to the Oilers. Thanks in large part, no surprise, to Connor McDavid.
Yeah, we talked about him in the pregame of the Open, how important it was going to be to shut him down. I thought overall the Minnesota Wild did a great job against him, but he's just obviously so talented, so good. Anytime you make any small mistake, there was a neutral zone turnover in the second period, and it kind of was able to maneuver his way through the neutral zone and get that 1-0 lead and kind of got his game going. But overall, I thought the Minnesota Wild had a really up and down game. I thought their first period was outstanding. They held the Oilers to basically 0 scoring chances, got themselves in a little bit of trouble in the second period with some turnovers, lost some momentum. And then in the third period, it was all the Minnesota Wild. A tremendous push by them. Charlie Cole cut the lead in halfway through the period, and then basically the Oilers were hanging on for dear life. But Talbot came up with a couple huge saves, and he was able to secure the win for the Oilers.
So tonight it's the first loss for the Wild in the last 9 trips to Edmonton. Here's a look at tonight's final stats. It's the Wild who get the advantage when it comes to shots on net, but that was just about it. Tonight's big story, special teams for Edmonton. Bottom of the basement in both the PK and the penalty kill, but they kill off all 3 of Minnesota's opportunities, and they go 2 for 2 on the man advantage. So the Wild leave 2 big points on the table tonight against the Oilers, and looking ahead in the schedule means Bruce Boudreau not too happy to see these 2 points slip away.
Every game is difficult. I mean, so far we've been doing better against the teams that are in the playoffs than the teams that are out of the playoffs. So no game's going to be easy. I mean, we got to find ways to win, and sometimes I think we think that because we've had a little bit of success that we're already in there. But there's teams going to be breathing down our back every night. We don't play for 3 days now, So I mean, it's. There's going to be a lot of teams gaining points in the next couple days.
So here's a look at what's next for the Wild. They return home Tuesday to take on the Colorado Avalanche. Then Friday, they head out to Sin City to take on the very dangerous Golden Knights. Saturday, it's a matchup against the Arizona Coyotes. Tuesday night, though, that Central Division matchup, a team not too far behind them in the standings and a team that scored 7 goals against them in the last 2 meetings. So the Minnesota Wild, I'm sure, are going to be very anxious to make sure that doesn't happen for a 3rd straight time.
Yeah, and as an athlete, doesn't matter what sport, anytime you get embarrassed, you don't forget. And the Wild get another crack at the Colorado Avalanche. Nathan MacKinnon put on an absolute clinic here about 10 days or so ago against the Wild. He was the one-man wrecking crew. The Wild didn't do a great job of shutting him down in the neutral zone. The one thing the Minnesota Wild will have 3 nights from now that they didn't have in Colorado is last change. So you're going to see Mikko Koivu, one of the best guys, shutdown guys in the NHL, on the ice with Jared Spurgeon and Ryan Suter, and hopefully we see a better result. But I mean, it's going to be a really exciting atmosphere Tuesday night in St. Paul, and I'm already looking forward to it. It's going to be a great night.
Well, it's a game not on our air, so we'll be watching the game right along with you, hoping for a better turnout for the Wild against the Colorado Avalanche. We'll see you back on our air Friday night against the Vegas Golden Knights. We look forward to seeing you then. In the meantime, for Walz, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway.